Good morning, everybody. Niall here, and it is the morning of April 3rd, 2021. We have another game today. It's a Saturday. It's currently, let me check my Chromecast over there. It's currently 27 degrees, really cold. Again, even though it's supposed to warm up today, it's supposed to be almost 60, if not higher than that. But not only is today game day, today's also my mother's birthday. I'm not going to reveal her age. I'm not, because she would probably be upset if I did. But yeah, so the Reds are taking on the Cardinals today again. And the starting pitching matchup today is Adam Wainwright for St. Louis. Wainwright arguably could be a Hall of Fame pitcher. He's been an amazing pitcher for well over a decade, about a decade and a half. I think he was a closer for the Cardinals when they won the World Series against Detroit in '06. And then on the mound for the Reds today is Tyler Mahle. When Mahle gets things done. He is actually a very underrated starter. Mahle just has a really bad luck. Like if you look at a lot of times his stats, like I think a couple years ago he had like a 5 ERA, which isn't good. But a lot of times it was like when Mahle's off, he gets hit a lot. But when he's good, a lot of times he just didn't have run support. As of course our offense has been struggling with that the past couple years. Don't know what the lineups are for today yet because it's still too early, as it's only 8:30 in the morning. Game isn't for another 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Game isn't for another 8 hours. I'm gonna assume that Nick Senzel is probably still out of the lineup. It said he should be back this weekend, they believe, so he could be in the lineup today, or he may not be back till tomorrow, tomorrow would probably be today when you see this video. And overall, since Wainwright's on the mound, Barnhart will probably be catching again. Jesse will probably be in left field. I'm gonna guess Naquin would probably start in center. I'd rather have Naquin out there than Aristides Aquino. Honestly, I liked Aquino when he had that huge home run surge in 2019. But other than that, I've never really been super bullish on Aquino. He's too swing and miss. He's all or nothing. It is the morning after, and I got a lot to talk about yesterday's game. The Reds won 9-6, which is amazing. The offense did very, very well again. The pitching, although we gave up 6 runs, the pitching overall wasn't bad. I mean, they ended up getting 11, well, actually, I think 12, 13? We struck out 13 Cardinals yesterday. But of course, the biggest story of yesterday's game is the brawl between the Cardinals and the Reds, and I'll tell you my opinion on it. Okay, so first off, we'll talk about just the game. So, starting pitching was Tyler Mahle going for the Reds versus Adam Wainwright going for the Cardinals. Wainwright, who's been around, I think it's his 17th Major League season, 16th or 17th. He debuted in 2005. Wainwright, though, has always had one Achilles heel in his career, and that being the Cincinnati Reds. So Wainwright only lasted 2 2/3 innings, gave up 7 hits and 6 runs, especially when the Reds batted around in the 3rd inning, sparked by a 2-run shot off the bat of Tucker Barnhart. He's showing he can hit. He's definitely a better hitter from the left-hand side. It's actually looking really good that he abandoned switch hitting, because he can hit. He's always been able to hit. He just never could really hit from the right side. He just couldn't hit lefties. The Reds ended up, we hit 2 home runs today. The other one was in the 6th inning. My scorebook is really wonky today because the Reds batted around in the 3rd inning. It shifts everything. In the 6th inning, Aristides Aquino, the Punisher, as we call him in Reds country, hit a ball probably a good 400 feet, 410 feet. I'm not sure. It almost ended up in the bleachers, but it was a ball that was gone off the bat. And I'm not gonna shy away from saying the Cardinals had some good performances too. Their 2 best performances of the day went to Paul DeJong and Nolan Arenado. Paul DeJong went 3 for 2. Good job, Niall. Went 2 for 3 with 2 solo shots, scored 3 times. And Nolan Arenado went 2 for 5 with a 2-run home run in the top of the 9th. Okay, now the big thing that I haven't talked about yet, kind of been lost in the shuffle, was the brawl between mostly started by Castellanos, Jake Woodford, and Yadier Molina. Yes, Yadier Molina is back at, well, he never stopped being at it, but he's back at it. So, of course, the Cardinals can't intentionally throw at a batter, but based on a lot of things I've heard, the Cardinals were butthurt over Castellanos' home run he hit on opening day when he bat flipped and hopped down the line. So they had a rookie pitcher drill him on a 2-strike count. All right, which Castellanos, I could tell, was not very happy about it. He offered the ball back to Woodford. But to me, the most egregious thing is after he came back around, I mean, yeah, he just stood up and he said, LFG, let's frickin' go, in Woodford's face as he slid into home. Okay, Castellanos ends up getting ejected for that. All right, why isn't Woodford ejected when he drilled Castellanos? Why isn't, I think he ends up hitting Naquin too. Why isn't he ejected? Yadier Molina literally shoved the umpire out of the way and put his hand on the back of Castellanos. Why is Yadier Molina not ejected? The answer as to why Yadier Molina is not ejected is simply because he's Yadier Molina. He can get away with this stuff. He's been doing this stuff his entire career, and he gets away with it. So since there's a precedent, he knows, oh, I can be a jerk, and I can get away with it. So he's going to continue doing it. He's been doing it his entire career, on the field and off the field. He's always been whiny. He's whining that he didn't get the Gold Glove last year over Tucker Barnhart. I'm sorry, Tucker's one of the best defensive catchers in the game. Maybe you should step your game up, Yadier. Last year, you were posting on social media, Yadier, about being out with a bunch of people saying, COVID. You've always been soft. You always have been. No matter how much of a shell or an edge you try to play with, Yadier, you've always been soft. And you've always instigated issues and problems with the Cincinnati Reds. I understand in 2010 you took issue with what Brandon Phillips said, and you're standing up for your team and your city. I understand that, but here, you're just gonna basically knock an umpire out of the way and try to assault, essentially, Nick Castellanos. And Castellanos, to me, did the, I guess I would say, adult thing and just walked to the edge during the brawl and just stood on the side. Castellanos wasn't being soft. He wasn't being weak. He was being smart. He just stood on the edge and he was like, I've done my part. I'm just going to let everyone else. And the brawl went on for a while. First it was down by home plate. Then it ended up out in the outfield. Based on what I saw while I was there, it looks like whatever happened in the outfield started around Red shortstop Eugenio Suarez. Because Suarez will stand up for the team. Like, this is his team. This is his city. And he's not going to take kindly to people screwing with us. Okay, so overall, if I put this on a 0 to 10 scale, I'll give them an 8, 8.5, maybe 9. They hit well. Overall, they pitched well. I mean, the biggest bugaboo pitching-wise was, Malley gave up 3, but they only gave up 4 hits. CIN Perez in his Reds debut, 1.2 innings, 1 run. Sal Romano gave up 2 runs. The pitching, the pitching honestly did a pretty good job. The offense was amazing. The Reds played like a team with a chip on their shoulder, even before the fight, especially after the fight. We're showing we are a team that isn't going to take crap from anybody this year. We're playing with the same energy that Dietrich and Puig brought to the team in 2019, and we have carried it into 2021. Because Castellanos is fiery. Like, honestly, he might be a leader on this ball club, but he said in a post-game press conference, that's not for him to decide. He said he doesn't know if he's a leader, but he is not a follower. But we also have players like Jonathan India. India is a spark plug. India got, let's see, he was on base twice today. No, 3 times today. He had two hits, went 2 for 4. But India's going to be good. He also made that beautiful play at second, throwing out Nagowski in the 7th inning, throwing him out at first. That was a beautiful play. But overall, the defense for the Reds, there was one error by Aristides Aquino, but he couldn't really see because of the sun in his eyes. But overall, the defense was good. The pitching was good. The offense, chef's kiss. The offense was great. This team is playing with a fire. They're playing like a team possessed. They're on a mission to prove the doubters wrong, to prove those who think the Reds are a backwater team wrong. And those who know this team, those who follow this team on a daily basis knows this is not a bad team. This is a very good team. And what's scary is that we have the personality to go along with it. We have the leaders. It seems like our main leader is Mike Moustakas right now. Probably Moustakas and Suarez are our leaders. We got the spark plugs. We have Castellanos. We have India. We have Senzel. We got we got our pitching captains, which to me seems like is going to be Sonny Gray, who of course is currently hurt. And honestly, I feel the captain, heart and soul of the pitching staff. Well, I'd say this: the heart and souls of the pitching staff are probably Luis and Amir Garrett. Because I'll say this: Amir and Castellanos kind of are the same. They're both very emotional, yet they bring a lot of energy to your ball club, and they are not afraid to stand up for what they think. And all I gotta say is this team is gonna be fun this year. So yeah. So anyways, I want you guys to, on this, it's a beautiful day here. Everyone, stay positive, think happy thoughts, take care for each other, and as always, hit out the park slower.